Hey guys, so I'm 10 weeks out from WBFF Atlantic City and just finished up my cardio. It's Sunday, September, not sure, I think it might be the 23rd, but had work this morning, had 3 sessions, went to Costco, now at the gym. Usually I do cardio after my workout, but I was feeling really unmotivated. And I had a feeling that if I didn't do it first, it probably would not get done. So that's what you just saw. I did a 5-minute warm-up, and then I did 6 intervals of 20 seconds on, a minute and 40 off, and then I just finished a 10-minute cool down. So now, I'll show you my watch. Should be at, let's see. So heart rate is just at 152. I just finished. It took me 25 minutes, and this is really awkward. Okay, so now it's done. It took me 25 minutes, and my average is 128, my max is 174, and that's how much I spent in each time zone. And I burned 158 calories, 33% of that is fat. So honestly, I don't really pay attention to those numbers, but it's kind of nice when you have the watch because it keeps track of your time for you. I also use a clock on the wall, and I'm super tired today. I don't know, it's kind of fun to look back. I don't really worry about calories burned. I don't try and hit a certain amount of calories in one session. I just do the amount of intervals I'm supposed to do. And I always cool down with 10 minutes because once you do the high intensity intervals and you mobilize fat, you also want to burn it. So it's kind of, I think the 10 minutes is for the cool down, burn fat. Now I'm gonna do some legs. I hurt my back earlier this week, so my workout schedule is a little bit off. So I missed a lot of my accessory training. So today I'm just gonna do kind of random stuff. And I also want to make sure I don't hurt my back, so I'm gonna go a little bit lighter, a little bit slower, not super high intensity. Got my cardio out of the way, so that's good. All right, see you in the next clip. Hey, okay, so I want to talk about the cost of competing financially, specifically with the WBFF. So first, I'll show you my budget sheet. Okay. So first I'll go over the things that are mandatory. You can't really cut your costs for these things. It's going to be your hair and makeup, your tanning, and your registration. So hair and makeup is gonna change depending on, show to show, where your show's located. I wrote down $270 and $140 for tanning. So that's how much it's gonna cost for me at my next show. Registration is also gonna be dependent on what show you do. I wrote $380 here, but I just actually looked up the Atlantic City show. So for amateurs it's $350 and for pros it's $475. So those are the absolute things that you have to put in the top line of your budget, because you can't really do anything about those. You could always ask for sponsors. Maybe someone would be willing to sponsor your registration. That's where you can kind of get help with shows. From there we'll go into your suit, your heels, and your stage jewelry. So kind of what you're wearing on stage. So your suit can range anywhere from $200 to $2,000. The WBFF stands for World Beauty, Fitness, and Fashion. So your suit is pretty important. If a buying suit isn't something that's in your budget, or if it's your first show and you don't want to spend that much money, you can always rent a suit or purchase a suit from a competitor who's already worn it. Sharon Polsky has a website where competitors are selling their suits, and there's some really pretty suits on there, so I would highly recommend checking that out. your heels. So the WBFF, you don't wear the clear heels that you would in, say, like the NPC. You can wear whatever heels you want. You want it to complement your physique. You want it to complement your bikini and, you know, make everything look really nice. So if you have something in your closet already, you can do that. I budgeted $100 for that. And then stage jewelry. Stage jewelry is like your necklace. Bracelets are really popular. Some people do necklaces, most people don't. And rings. There are specific companies that sell stage jewelry because you want it to be really like glitzy and like big, or else you can't really see it. So for that, I put $50. And then as far as the bikini category, you have an evening gown round. Evening gowns can range anywhere from $200 to $1,000. If you have something in your closet already, you can just use that. And people also sell their old gowns. So my first gown, I bought off somebody. So that's a way you can cut your costs down. And then for the fitness category, you have theme wear, which I didn't include in this expense chart, but you can like edit it for that. I'm not really sure how much that costs, but theme wear can get pretty pricey. But I do know that a lot of people who make their own theme wear and they come out really nice. Okay, so from there, we'll go into your hotel and your transportation. So that's going to be dependent on where your show is located and if you're local or not. It is mandatory that you stay in the host hotel of the show that you'll be attending, but I do highly recommend it because that's where your hair, makeup, tanning is located. It's just so much easier to hop in the elevator instead of having to drive, park your car, etc. And then your transportation. So we'll be flying to Atlantic City. So in my budget, I put $500. It's probably gonna be more, I'm not sure. But if you're flying, account for that. And I would highly recommend getting in a day or two early if you're flying so that you can, get rid of your bloat. You get really bloated from flights usually. So if you decide to hire a coach or hire a personal trainer so you can learn how to exercise, that's also going to range dramatically. Here I put $400 because that's how much it's going to cost for 16-week competition prep coaching. After that, in my budget category, you'll see that everything else is kind of like optional. I would say posing is optional. So first I have waxing and nails. You want to get your nails done, you want to get waxed, that's optional. You don't have to do it. Posing, so there's specific posing coaches for WBFF. There's Toby Harrison, Audrey Kaipo, Alex Davey also does some posing, and then those are like the big people. But a lot of if you have a coach, they probably know how to show you how to pose. That will range anywhere from $100 for one session up to $500. I would say it's optional, but it's definitely something that you want to do. You don't have to, buy posing sessions with somebody, but I would watch YouTube videos and practice. Out of the things that you get judged on, your criteria, 50% is stage presence, so you really want to get your posing down. Then we have stage photos. So your stage photos aren't necessary, but they're really nice to have. If you don't have one good stage photo, you probably didn't do that great on stage. Moving too fast, the photographers can't get a good shot of you. If your transitions are quirky, you might see your hand like out to the side. And you won't always get judges' feedback after a show. So then when you have stage photos, it's a way for you to be your own judge. Every single time I tell myself I'm not going to get stage photos because by that time you already spent like $4,000 and you don't want to spend any more money. But at the end of the day, I usually always do get stage photos, and then I never regret it. I feel like I've become a better competitor because I see how I've done in the past, and I always, try and do better for that. And then the last thing I have is miscellaneous. So in this miscellaneous category, I put bikini bite, teeth whitening, facials, hair extensions, supplements. So all that's optional. You don't have to get any of that, but if you do, it doesn't hurt. Bikini Bite is a special glue that you put on your bikini so that it doesn't hike up. So if you put it on your bottoms, you like tape it to your butt basically, so that when you're walking, your bikini doesn't go up your crack. No one wants that to happen. Most competitors have that though, so if you're at a show with someone who's done, 2 or 3 shows, they most likely have Bikini Bite, so I wouldn't say that's like a make it or break it thing that you need to buy. that's about it. Again, this is just for the WBFF, and this is kind of just like a rough expense breakdown, but it's pretty accurate. And the total for mine, you can see, is $4,500. So competing is like pretty expensive. You don't get paid for it. It's something that you do for fun. And if you do win prize money, it's I think only like $2,000 or $3,000. So you don't really get your money's back. Like, you don't make a profit. But at the end of the day, you should be doing it because it's fun. So if you are thinking about competing, you usually know 4 or 5 months ahead of time, since you have to prep for a show. And that's going to give you enough time to budget and save, maybe look for sponsors if you can. I haven't even included food in this. Obviously, like training, like food, you're going to have to spend a lot of money on groceries because you're eating really healthy. And so just give yourself plenty of time. Competing's super, super fun. I'll be videoing the remainder of my prep, so I'll give you a real insight into what it takes to compete. So I just wanted to first start the series off with the cost breakdown of it, so in case you were thinking about it, this gives you a little bit more information. That's about it. I'll figure out a way to either link this Excel spreadsheet, or if I can't do that, just leave your email in the comments box and then I'll personally email it to you. That's about it. Thanks so much for watching this video. Appreciate it. And if you liked it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe, and you'll be seeing more from me soon.